yeah, I'm at that level now where I'm buying bass t-shirts. So yeah, bass is the bacon of music. Let's get it. All right, so now we're done with shirt, show, and tell. Uh, so we're back to doing inversions, and then we're working on shape two. So shape one was basically, uh, well, I guess showing would be a little better, but basically going from here to the five, and then the one. So basically going back and down. And so this shape now, this shape is using the same five and the one, but now it's using the three. That's a little bit lower. So it's an interesting shape. Kind of familiar though, because the shape we used in the last lesson was very similar to that. So we were able to basically go, you know, 1, 3, 5. And so now we're using 3, 5, and then the octave up of the one. So it kind of makes it a little easier to process, at least for me. But I still, you know, I'm having to travel across this neck, and it's kind of interesting because I recognize I'm not traveling nearly, I'm not staying in the same places that I was before. And I'm not necessarily moving like a ton, like I'm not like shredding blah, 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 all the way around. But still, like me having to move, I'm having to think like, okay, well, where's this, where's that, and kind of moving that way. So one of the things that works for me is when I'm trying to play this. So if I'm doing the 3, 5, 1, this will be the three of C here. So if I'm doing C, 3, 5, 1, right? So I'm thinking, where's the root note? So here's the C, and then the three is down and over one, and the octave is basically from the C is going to be down to over two, and so it kind of gives me a little bit of a baseline. If I can look, you know, recognize where the root is, I can go from there. So it also helps because if I'm doing the root, then I can just kind of think of, okay, well, if I'm going here for this this A flat, I can go boom. So there's my 3, 5, 1, right? All right. So anyway, enough talking. Let's see the progress. So I'm going to play both. I'm going to do the 110 and the 140. So the 110 obviously is a little bit slower, but I'm a little more accurate with the 110, right? Obviously, because it's a little slower, and I'm a little slower at moving right now. So, but let's go with the 110, and then we'll jump to the 148. Messed it up on the beginning. Trying to look up. I love that E. Back to the top. See, that's my biggest issue is I get to thinking something in my head, and then it's like, where am I supposed? Oh, I'm supposed to be over there, and I miss it. So, either way, decent run, decent run. But at the beginning, when I was going from the C to the F, which is the second note, I tried to look up at the screen to make sure I was in camera, and when I look up, I was like, oh, missed that note. So, all right, now. This is the 140, same backing track. But if you recall, 140 has been kicking my tail this entire series. And so I just started practicing this lesson today. It's almost 8 now, so I've been practicing about 2 hours. So I've played through this quite a bit. But before, I needed days upon days of trying to get 140, and I just practiced 140 2 to 3 times. It's not perfect, but I'm saying that to say that this is working. The approach to doing this is working. It's really helping me really get this fretboard down quite a bit. So, all right, let's get it. 140. Got to get ready. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Hi. Okay, hold up. I slipped on both of them at the beginning. I can't slip on the C and the F. All right. Otra vez. Let's run it back. Lord. So I'll take the wins where I can. I finished on time, number one. And when I made those mistakes, I was still able to recover and get back into place. But the key, I didn't get lost in where I needed to go, right? I knew where I was going. I knew I was going C, F, dot, dot, dot. I knew where I was going. It's just the coordination between my hands, which I don't know if I was back far enough for you to really see my right hand. But sometimes I was slipping on my fretting hand down here. And so I was missing my string there. So I need to work on that. And Scott was talking about different ways to kind of make sure I'm, whether I'm plucking up versus running into. And another different, outside of the lesson on the Scott's bass lesson, YouTube. So I need to work on that, as well as just generally making sure I'm hitting the right spot. So sometimes you'll hear the ringing of, because I've missed and I'm not applying enough pressure. But if I just get it right here next to the fret, it can be a little bit cleaner of a tone. But I mean, I don't know if you can see, but my poor pinky finger it's going through right now. So anyway, so for a little fun, I was practicing last week after the recording, and I was like, you know what? I want to try to learn a song. So this is the one that I learned. How'd I mess it up? When the night has come, and the moon, something. So you see, the singing isn't my thing. But anyway, it just repeats. So anyway, I like it. It's a little something for me to just pick up the bass and just start kind of tinkering with. Still working on my motion, but it also gives me a chance to work like when I'm coming across these two. So the beginning, and then it's up and over like that. So it kind of gives me a little bit of motion there, and then dropping down to the 4 here. So it's not a lot of movement, but it does allow me to kind of play around. And then, it helps me because it's a simple song, but it helps me pluck. And I recognize I can't look at the screen and play and reverse it in my mind. I need to be looking at the bass. But anyway, that's my work for the week. Uh, Continuing to work on it, continue to try to get it. So we'll see.